Sulphur is a yellow non-metallic element that was known to ancient people as brimstone. You have probably seen the word mentioned in some religious text. In this lesson, you will learn about the history, elemental properties, and occurrence of sulphur. The origin of the practical uses of sulphur can be traced to the Egyptians as early as 1600 BC. The Egyptians used a compound of sulphur known as sulphur 4 oxide for bleaching cotton. Sulphur was also used for making fireworks around 500 BC in China. Now let's look at some of the elemental properties of sulphur. Sulphur has an atomic number of 16 and a relative atomic mass of 32. It is located in group 6 or 16 and period 3 of the periodic table as shown here. Sulphur has the electronic configuration of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4, and it is found in the p block of the periodic table. Like oxygen, which is the first element in group 6, sulphur has 6 valence electrons in its outermost shell and requires 2 electrons to complete its outermost shell. Before we conclude this lesson, let's discuss briefly the occurrence of sulphur. Unlike some elements which can only be found naturally in their combined states, sulphur can be found naturally in both its elemental and combined form. For example, elemental sulphur can be found in volcanic regions around the world. In fact, in countries like Japan and Indonesia, sulphur is mined from volcanic deposits. It is also known that sulphur constitutes about 0.1% of the Earth's crust. In its combined state, sulphur occurs naturally in mineral deposits like pyrite, which contains iron sulfide and gypsum salt. Here is a summary of what we have discussed so far. Sulphur is a non-metallic element known to ancient people. It is located in group 6, period 3, and the p block of the periodic table. Sulphur can be found naturally in its elemental form. Sulphur occurs naturally in many mineral deposits. So there you have it, an introduction to sulphur. There will be a lot more in subsequent lessons. Hope to see you then.